Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the international webinar event, The Future of Ethical AI in Business. First, let me introduce myself. I am Paulina Kinanti, and I will host you for today's event. Now, let me welcome our special guest for today. Welcome to the Honorable Dr. Joseph Teguh Santoso as a Rector of STEKOM University, to the Honorable Mr. Mykola Kostikov, PhD Associate Prof at Department Information Technology, Artificial Intelligence, and Cybersecurity, National University of Food Technologies, Ukraine. To the Honorable Mykhailo Hrama, PhD Senior Rector at Department of Information Technology, Artificial Intelligence, and Cybersecurity, National University of Food Technologies, Ukraine. And to the Honorable Rubal Jeet, Associate Professor, Computer Science and Engineering, Chandigarh Group of Colleges, Chennai, India. To the Honorable Mr. Jogatama Purhita, M.Ds, as a lecturer of Visual Communication Design Department, STEKOM University, Indonesia. And the last but not least, to the Honorable guest and audience today. Before we begin, I have a few housekeeping notes here. Today's session is being live streamed on Universitas STEKOM YouTube channel. And for today's event, we will start with Indonesian National Anthem and continue with the opening speech by Dr. Joseph Teguh Santoso as a regular obstacle to the university. And the next session, we will begin with start the main event presentation by our special guest today, and then continue with the Q&A session and take a picture for documentation, and last time for the closing. First, we will sing our national anthem. Please turn off your microphone and next, we will invite the most responsible person to the stage to conduct the Scale International event. To give an opening speech for Dr. Joseph Teguh Santoso, this time is yours.
Thank you, Ms. Kinan. Am I audible? Yes? Okay.
Yes.
Very good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, all the participants and respected speakers, colleagues, and all the participants from within and around the world. We'd like to welcome you all to this international webinar with the title "The Future of Ethical AI in Business." And it is a great pleasure, and I also like to gratitude to all of the speakers today. Mr. Mykola Kostikov, PhD, Associate Professor at Department uh, Information Technology, Artificial Intelligence, and Cybersecurity, NUFT, Ukraine, and Mr. Mykhailo Hrama, PhD, Senior Lecturer at Department of Information Technology, Artificial Intelligence, and Cybersecurity, NUFT, Ukraine, and Dr. Rubal, Jeet, Associate Professor, Computer Science and Engineering, CDC, India, and Mr. Jogatama Purhita, M.Ds, Lecturer of Visual Communication Design Department, STEKOM University, Indonesia. And today we'd like to talk about the future of ethical AI in business. As we know, we stand in the brink of a new technological era. You know that artificial intelligence is reshaping the business landscape with unprecedented speed. From automating process to driving innovation, AI influence is uh, undeniable. And we know that this AI immense power has become equally important to us to have this responsibility to ensure that AI is developed and utilized in ways that are ethical, transparent, and aligned with societal values. So, in this international webinar, I'd like to discuss together some of the issues that how will we define the way business operate, how decisions are made, and how we are as global society make the balance of technological advancement and of course with moral imperatives. And as educators, researchers, and business leaders, it is our duty to ensure that AI not only serve the interests of businesses, but also upholds rights and dignity of individuals. Ethical considerations such as fairness, accountability, and transparency must be at the forefront of AI evolution, especially when businesses applications where decisions can impact millions of lives. And this international webinar brings together two leaders and experts and diverse fields who will share their perspective and strategies and maybe some of new idea for navigating the ethical complexities of AI. We hope that today's discussion will spark new idea, inspire innovation, and foster collaboration that paves the way for the future where AI contributes more to business succeed and greater good and society. And finally, I'd like to express my deepest appreciation to our speakers and panelists to sharing their expertise with us. We're confident that their insight will equip us with the knowledge and tools needed to face ethical challenge ahead. Once again, I welcome you all and look forward to an engaging and enriching webinar. Let us work together to shape the future of AI in business with responsibility, integrity, and shared vision for a better world. Thank you very much and good afternoon.
Okay, thank you so much for your conduction. And we will go to the main event for all our audience. If you have any question for the speaker, please add them to the chat and we'll be able to answer some of the during the Q&A session after the presentation. Today, as presenter, will be have about 30 minutes for the presentation. Now, please welcome our first presenter. For the first, to Mr. Edi Jogatama Purhita, M.Ds, as a lecturer of Visual Communication Design Department, STEKOM University, Indonesia. This time is yours. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. My Honorable Rector of STEKOM University, Dr. Joseph Teguh Santoso, Honorable webinar speakers, and also student and all participants. I am Adi Jogatama will present a paper with the topic cross-sector collaboration for AI ethics, the role of business, government, and academia. I will Okay. As the rapid development of artificial intelligence technologies continues, ethical challenge and its use are become increasingly important, especially in the business world. AI ethics refer to how AI systems are programmed, used, and managed responsibly to ensure they do not harm humans, communities, or the environment. Cross-sector collaboration is crucial to ensure the ethical development and use of artificial intelligence. The sector, business, government, and academia has a distinct role that complements the other in creating responsible AI system. First, we talk about role of business and role of business. AI development and application. Business are the forefront of AI innovation, developing and implementing AI technologies to drive efficiency and improve customer experience. However, they bear the responsibility to ensure these technology are built and used ethically, avoiding harms or bias. The role of business promoting responsible AI initiative. Companies must adopt internal policy that prioritize fairness, transparency, and accountability in AI system. Leading firms such as Microsoft and Google have already introduced ethical guidelines to prevent misuse and promote responsible AI. And business collaborating with government and academia, businesses should work closely with government to help shape and adhere to AI regulation. They also collaborate with academia to advance research and addressing AI ethical challenges. Then we see the role of government. Make regulation and ethical standard. Government plays a key role in creating and enforcing regulation that ensure AI is used responsibly. These rules aim to protect individual rights, prevent discrimination, and ensure public safety while balancing innovation and public welfare. Oversight and accountability, government needs to implement mechanisms that hold business accountable for the ethical implications for their AI system, including penalties for non-compliance with transparency or data protection standards. Government collaboration with business and academia. Government must collaborate with business to understand the practical implications of AI use and work with academia to inform policy decisions based on ethical research and evidence-based studies. Then we see role of academia in ethical AI integration. Academia is essential in researching the ethical impact of AI, exploring issues like bias in algorithms, data privacy, and the societal implication of AI technologies. Their work provides the theoretical and ethical frameworks for responsible AI development. Academia training future AI professionals. Universities and academic institutions play a vital role to educating the next generation of AI professionals, incorporating ethics into the curriculum to ensure future AI developers and data scientists create responsible technologies. Collaborative research with business and government, academia act as a bridge connecting theoretical research with practical implementations. Universities often partner with business and government to apply ethical AI principle in real-world scenario and inform regulatory frameworks. Multi-sectoral collaboration can share standards and guidelines by working together. The three sectors, business, government, and academia, can develop shared standards that can be widely adopted. This helps reduce policy fragmentations and ensure that AI is used consistently across industry and geographic regions. We need global initiative for ethical AI also. International collaboration is also necessary as AI is technology that transcends national borders. Global organizations have initiated effort to create ethical AI frameworks that can be adopted by various countries And collaboration between business, government, and academia is crucial to the success of this initiative. Practical solution to ethical challenge by combining the strengths of academic research, business insights, and government policy, the sector can create practical solution to EI ethical challenge. For instance, they can jointly develop EI auditing and testing system to verify transparency and fairness in algorithms. So, cross-sector collaboration is key to creating EI that is not only beneficial in terms of business and technology, but also ethical, responsible, and provide positive benefits to society at large. Okay, thank you. We can continue with discuss in another session. If any question can write in the chat, or we can discuss now, later. Okay, Kinan, I think
Okay. Okay, thank you for Mr. Jogatama. So, I reminder you guys, if you have any question for the speaker, please add them to the chat and we will be able to answer some question during the Q&A session after the presentation. So let's move our second presenter. Let's welcome Mr. Mykola Kostikov, as a PhD and Associate Professor of Department Information Technology, Artificial Intelligence, and Cybersecurity from National University of Technology, Ukraine. So yeah, from Mr. Mykola, this time is yours.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. I will share my presentation. We have prepared a common presentation. We represent National University of Food Technologies, Kyiv, Ukraine, and we are professors at the Department of Information Technology, Artificial Intelligence, and Cybersecurity. My colleague is Mykhailo Hrama. He is currently busy, but maybe he will connect later. And my name is Mykola Kostikov. Our presentation today considers the questions of the future of ethical AI in business. And let me start. First of all, we need to understand AI, what it is, and it is performed by machines to do tasks that require human intelligence to achieve certain goals. So this is done by mimicking human cognitive activities with the use of algorithms, and you all know that we use it in our daily life everywhere. So it is from our smartphones to cars, security, or healthcare, and it is one of the crucial technologies, and it improves the quality of life and enhances our productivity, so it is also a good thing for business. But we need to understand what makes the AI ethical, and we have this quote here, that AI will never be ethical. It is a tool. So we must consider this point. And being ethical means following and respecting human values, human rights, ethical standards, morality, and the right thing to do. So the artificial intelligence must not cause harm to anyone or anything, and ethics answers the question of what is right and what is wrong. So we can consider AI ethical if it is built on this ethical framework, where it is not just monetary gain as the aim, but the goal is to make the society better. So responsible AI will be developed under the principles of fairness, transparency, explainability, human-centeredness, and privacy and security. Next, we'll talk about the ethical AI, and this approach, it is the approach to the development and use of AI systems that take into account ethical principles and ensure the responsible use of the technology. So the main goal of this ethical AI will be to avoid potential harm and to ensure all these principles which were stated before. So we will stick to this definition. Next, let's consider the processes and what will be the ethical concerns of AI. We optimize processes, we gather insights, we monitor and detect frauds. So it is a variety of ways to improve standards of living and to protect human rights. So we may use it, but the question lies in the ethical risks when this technology can be put into the wrong hands. So these risks they emerge, and we must think about this before developing the AI systems and AI solutions in order to make everything right. So we have a number of cases in real life, in real businesses. Uber and Lyft were testing out their self-driving cars, and the drivers planned a protest for better working conditions and salaries. It was due to this, these companies have been claimed by their drivers mistreating the workforce that took them to where they are. And not only machines and software replace the manual labor, they also compete with humans for cheaper labor costs. So it takes effect. It has effect on human workers, the use of the artificial intelligence, because we have artificial workers, so to say, and we have, as a result, cheaper labor costs, longer working hours, and also artificial workers, they will have better productivity if we use AI instead of humans. And so human employees now need to learn and be trained in new fields to adapt to more advanced technologies and to be ready to those innovations in order to have a job. So this problem arises, it develops, and we must think about this also as part of ethical concerns in AI. Right. And the next, we will talk about the bias. We have such thing as discrimination, and it will not go away with the use of AI. There are many cases, good and bad. So in general, bias is so-called cognitive blind spot of a human, and there are such things as racism, sexism, other stereotypes, and ironically, all these biases, they take their way into the AI algorithms as well. So it can be found also in the AI field. And AI systems are logical, and they may have faults, and they may have the means by which they go to the wrong outcomes, and the results may be bad, they may be unfair if they have the corresponding statistics. So algorithms, they just take the data and they may go to their own conclusions, just like humans. For instance, AI tools being used in the criminal justice system, they are known for being racist, and there were many cases when an AI software has judged a criminal wrongly based on the color of their skin. So it's a sad situation, and by this we see that AI may solve some problems, but on the other hand, we may continue to have some problems also in the field of AI, and even Apple's co-founder Steve Wozniak was upset at his company's software that decided to grant him a better credit limit than for his wife, who had a better credit score than him. So it is mistakes belong not only to humans but also to artificial intelligence that mimics human behavior. And next we will talk about the advertisement and the question: have you ever gotten a Facebook ad about a particular item after searching up this item on Google? And some might say that Facebook is spying on me, but Facebook will refuse and blame it with dedication to the better customer experience and customization. But imagine that every single action that you take is being watched and analyzed by this artificial intelligence in order to be used for sales. Is this a privacy violation? It is a question. And what do you do if someone watches your every move and takes a look at everything that you search? So it may be also a consideration in terms of ethics and the use of AI in proper ways. So there was a case for Facebook in 2018. It was found out that the company was selling customers' data to other companies such as Spotify and Netflix for marketing. And this was a scandal, and it caused a crash in Facebook stocks, etc., etc. So AI algorithms have the potential to gather and analyze personal data such as names, addresses, financial information, and of course it may result in misuse or unauthorized access. So it is crucial to establish privacy measures to protect humans' rights and maintain public trust in this technology. One of the many issues when it comes to AI liability is also the question of responsibility. For instance, if a self-driving car is involved in a car accident, who will be responsible and what will be the outcome? Is it the customer who believed in this technology and bought this car? Or is it the company that owns the brand? Is it the engineer that worked and created this car physically? Is it the developer of the software, or is it the AI itself that was that led to this accident? So there are many questions, and when an accident happens and the car is in perfect conditions, nobody claims to be at fault. But how do we train AI models to make sure that there will be no chance, not the smallest chance of the slightest mistake? So we must make them perfect, or we have to face this question of responsibility and who will be accountable for any damage. And there is an AI technique that is called deepfake. It was also the topic of my previous presentation at one of your webinars last year, and of course it is also very huge right now, this problem, and it leads us to questions of authenticity, of identifying people, and of course now we have tons of fake data, and we must learn how to distinguish between right and wrong, between the truth and fakes. So deepfake techniques, they make fake videos, fake votes, and they lead to fake opinions on someone's declarations, someone's actions, etc. So it may be very, very similar to reality. It may be very realistic, but anyway, it takes us to those questions of using AI responsibly and not using it to produce fakes. The next question is about emotions, and can AI have emotions? Of course, it is similar. The AI is similar to human intelligence. It has neural networks. It has such technologies. But anyway, the emotions may be mimicked, but it's just like the intelligence. We have the copy of humans' reactions, the copy of human behavior. And if you have watched the movie Her of 2013, it talks about a man called Theodore who develops a relationship with Samantha, artificial intelligent virtual assistant. And at first, she seems to be able to access and be in control of her love, but then the viewers realize that this love is not the same love as we know as the human emotions. So we must understand that AI cannot understand sympathy, empathy, and of course, as a result, AI makes decisions that might seem inconsiderate in human standards. It may be something like immoral or very rough, very rude for people, just because we have these mimics of emotions and not real, no real understanding of human standards and human morals. So it stops at mimicking, and we must think about this. The next question is, are we building AI systems and machines that might potentially take over humans? And what if this fantastic notion of Skynet actually happens in real life? The machines with AI, they have the ability to self-upgrade, to self-improve, and we may found ourselves in a hypothetical point in time where technology becomes uncontrollable and irreversible. And as a result, we may see unforeseen and unpredicted changes to the world that we live in. And of course, it may also endanger the human race in this case. We must understand, of course, that as we have seen, AI doesn't have emotions. It doesn't have any human goals like we have, or overtaking something taking something under our control, but just by the algorithms that are put into this technology, it may self-improve to this point that when it may think, or it may decide, have a decision that it must make some damage to humans in order to execute their tasks. So it is a potential threat to humanity. in their own hands, or if we program it without these considerations. And we must understand that there are some principles for the AI, and one of the most well-known guidelines for ethical AI is known as the SLMR AI principles. It was signed by thousands of AI and robotics experts, including Google, OpenAI, Facebook, AI, and many others. In short, the software has to be publicly and socially beneficial, safe, transparent, truthful, fair, respectful to human values, to privacy, under control, anti-weaponization, should not harm other humans under any normal circumstances. So if we stick to these principles, we hopefully won't be seen an example of Skynet or something like that. And these principles may help us to build our software being ethical. And next, the key aspects of the development of AI in future may be this: transparency of algorithms, reducing bias, data privacy, responsibility, control, inclusiveness, sustainable development, cooperation with government agencies, and of course teaching AI ethics, which is also very important for people to understand what they are dealing with and have the right attitude and right understanding, perceiving of this technology. The transparency of AI models is an important condition for ensuring ethics. If we have this technology transparent, it will help us to see what is right and what is wrong, what may go wrong, and at least such things as open source code, etc., will help us to detect, identify some potential problems, and as a result, we may try to remove all those concerns. And also, the problem is that AI algorithms may unknowingly reproduce the biases in data, which I talked about before, and companies should be required to invest in bias detection and remove this bias in order to remove the discrimination and make it impossible. And it is very important in such business processes like recruitment, lending, or marketing campaigns. So for business, it is a very important point, and we must think about it every time. And the issue of privacy is also increasingly relevant, that because the companies that use AI to process personal data will have to develop mechanisms to protect information and comply with regulations. There are state laws, there are international laws, there are human moral principles, etc. And we must take all this into account when we process the data, not with humans, but with AI. Also, the anonymity must be supported, and responsibility and control must be also taken by the companies to for all the negative consequences of using AI. And I think that maybe if each company takes this risk, takes this responsibility, maybe they will be more thorough. They will they will think another time before introducing some new technology, if they know that in case of any damage, they will be responsible. They will be held accountable. So it is like proof that proof from this damage which is possible with the AI. And also business should promote inclusiveness and social responsibility, as with human workers, and just like that with AI. So it is, we must apply the same rules as we have in human society for the AI products and for these algorithms. We must predict all those problems and try to solve them beforehand. Try to think about the possible consequences. And the future of ethical AI in business will also be determined by the cooperation of companies with government agencies to develop regulations, standards governing the use of AI. Regulators may require ethical audits for algorithms and systems, the implementation of transparent policies on the use of AI. So there must be some fair and clear rules, accessible to anyone. So everyone must understand how it works, what are the rules, and how we build all those systems in order to make them profitable and not have any discrimination or other negative consequences. And teaching AI ethics is also a good point. It becomes more and more urgent every day, and companies will also have to implement training programs for employees on the ethical use of AI. And I guess that we also have to teach all this at the universities, at schools, etc., so that people, adults and children, understand what is the AI and how do we work with it, what may go wrong and what may be the profit from it, so that we understand the risks and the benefits. As for the ethical AI, why must businesses practice all this? Experts have concerns about this ethical AI, whether it should be a common practice, will it be popular, and how can we expect to solve all those dilemmas. And there are many views on the future. Tech giants like Microsoft, Facebook, Twitter, Google, and others are putting together AI ethics, as we've seen before, all those principles, guidelines, and they try to solve all those problems and to train machines for business ethics. So it is also a point of training for the AI itself. And big enterprises also make sure that the human labor is not replaced by machines as a whole, and they create new jobs suitable for adapting this AI technology. Microsoft has been pulling ethical standards into practice, especially after the Teguh incident, and they make sure that artificial intelligence is not only used for applications. It's only used for applications that don't violate the greater good of the society. And Google has committed itself to using AI technologies with clear protocols for cybersecurity, for training, military recruitment, healthcare, search, rescue, and banning AI that may cause some damage to people. So it is developing every day, and as the artificial intelligence plays a vital role in our lives, every business must consider all this, consider all these points, and build the software on the ethical frameworks. So we must pay close attention and understand what it is, ethical AI for business, and given this rapid adoption of AI, we have to integrate ethical standards into algorithms, into strategies, also to teach people, employees, how to work with it, and as a result, we may hope to make world a little better place with the use of AI, and by having only benefits and ensuring that we make no damage to anyone or anything. And this will be my conclusion. So thank you for your attention. If you have any questions, please. Thank you. Okay, I see there are questions in the chat.
Yeah.
So the first question I see, as we dive into the future of ethical AI business, if we could design a code of ethics for AI, what would be the top 3 principles you would include? Okay, thank you. An interesting question. I guess that the code of ethics. The first of all, of course, it will be something like uh, a commandment, right? For humans, don't kill, because otherwise it will all the other will be will have no sense. So first of all, we must not kill anyone. The second, I guess, will be don't make any harm to the health, to property, so don't damage anything. And maybe the third will be consider humans' emotions, so mental health, mental problems are also an important emotional perception of the AI is also an important point when we work with AI. So we must not replace like maybe human healthcare or something like that, say psychologists with AI, because it will also damage the health of people, and it will be also very unpleasant. So this is my point of view. The next question was, what steps can we take now to ensure a smooth transition toward the future, especially in ethical and business context? What steps can we take now? I guess they are already being taken. We, as I said, we might take a look at the big corporations that have a very long experience of using AI, like Google, Microsoft, etc. Of course, they have some they have their own interests. Of course, it may be used for those interests, just like selling the data. But anyway, I guess there are many people in those corporations that work for the good of people, and they have already stated all those principles, and they were in my presentation. So I guess we, if we try to at least try to implement all those principles that are already being written, it will be we will have a better technology. And are there any other questions?
No, that's the last question that you have. Maybe we should move to the third speaker.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you, Mr. Mykola Kostikov. So now let's please welcome our third speaker, Mr. Mykhailo Hrama, PhD, a senior lecturer at Department of Information Technology, Artificial Intelligence and Cybersecurity, National University of Technologies, Ukraine. Is he here, Mr. Mykola?
Sorry, but this presentation, it was our common presentation. So
Oh, okay.
yes, so
So
I made a speech for us both. Yeah.
okay, but so now we continue for the fourth speaker, isn't it? All right, let's move to our fourth speaker. Let's put our first presenter, to the Honorable Dr. Rubal Jeet. Associate Professor, Computer Science and Engineering, Kardi Hart Group of College, January, India. To the Dr. Rubai, this time is yours.
Thank you so much. Hope I'm audible.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. So let's talk about my PPT is visible. Yeah. So let's talk about and try to understand more about the future ethical AI in our business. I believe this is a potential transformation, right? So the one should need to be take care while they are working with a company or they are working with the uh, like one company which need to be see that what are the target is and what are the operation they are need to be take care while dealing with the business in AI. So this is something like ethical. We need to understand more on this and need to be more focused on this topic because this is just not a single human centric AI. It's responsibility of a single human to deal with the authenticate things. So it need to be careful consideration for the person. The first part which we need to understand that is the bias and the fairness. I believe the biasness should be take care. That is data diversity. In this, it ensure that the fairness and the practice or decision making during the AI practices should be perfect. Like a human need to be understand that data diversity is should be promote fairness and the AI outcome need to be take care. The transparency should be there during the business and during the all the deals with the companies or with relation with the business partners. This need to be identified that unfair should not be there. The transparency of the data should be there. Accountability is another deal which need to be take care while working with the AI. First, we need to understand. Okay, okay. So first, we need to understand more on the basically understanding the AI biasness. The basically AI biasness is algorithm that trained a biased data that reflect and just give the if some like discriminator is going to be there that some output need to be take care while hiring leading or some like criminal justice. So I believe that data bias should be neat like the model we are training, the AI model need to be trained properly so that the reflection of that particular, like if we are hiring a historical data might be show a disappropriate representation of certain demographics. The algorithm need to be justify that whatever the algorithm we are introducing, this uh, should not be deal with the unethical data sets or limited accuracy with the generalizations. Need to be careful about the application of the bias, which need to be difficult to detect the address and detect that difficult to manage. So we need to understand more on the data privacy. We need to understand more on the biasness, the transparencies, and the basically accountability, because customers should feel more secure by knowing that their personal information are in the in good hands, right? In a ethically perfect. Business reputation need to be improved day by day, need to be more commitments with the companies that should be take care. So avoiding these unethical things, we need to take care. So migrating AI bias, basically when you're migrating the AI bias, that means that you just dealing with the quality, algorithm fairness, the responsible deployment. Data quality is what when you a use a good data set, you identify that there is no unfair from the data. Regular audit is really required when you're dealing with the business data or company relation. The algorithm should be fair enough. The testing algorithm for the fairness and the bias, the unexpendable AI to understand the decision of the machine. So the responsible thing is also there. The responsibility of the implementing the robust monitoring the evaluation system, establish the ethical guidelines for the AI use. This need to be take care while dealing with the AI bias. Privacy and data security is one of the main agenda, as already discussed by many speakers. So AI application offer a required access for the personal data. It crucial protect the user privacy, ensure secure data handling practices by data minimization that only collect and use the data for essential for the AI system function only. Should not be the over one, which is not required, the information need to be take care. User consent is one of the main funda, because when you are dealing with a normal AI practices, you need to take care of the things, right? Then after that, that protect a sensitive data with strong encryption method need to be prevent from the unauthorized access. So you need to understand about the unauthorized access of the now data security and the AI system. Robust AI system need to be understand that should be a secure infrastructure. Like building a AI on secure infrastructure is a vital role for the protecting data from unauthorized access, breaches, some cyber attacks. We need to take care. So data encryption is just a sensitive data that during the storage and the transformation, ensuring that the protected, even if it is, if you're enhancing the data security, that means that you are dealing with very secure data, which should be in an authenticate deal, right? So regular security audit is really required to just cope up with to just understand the continuous improvement in the data security measures. Employing the training. So educating employees about the data security practices and the best practices is really crucial to maintaining the robust security and minimizing the risk also. A collaborative future for ethical AI is really the demanding one. The industry collaborations are there. We knew that the leaders developing and implementing the ethical AI standards and the best practices. We need government regulations. So protocols need to be there to understand and ensure that the data is protected from the individual rights. Public awareness is another agenda to understand the trust. The trust is really important as if we deal with AI in the healthcare sector, especially. So this is ensuring the responsible adoption of the AI technologies. Continuous improvement, yes, the feed constantly improving for in the ethical consideration and the data security practices are there to understand the sustainable and responsible future. If I talk about human AI collaboration, that means it's not means that I'm replacing the human, but yes, I'm just enhancing the human capability, right? So when you are dealing with that, it's a relation between human and AI is crucial for ethical and effective outcomes, like human having the creative and intuition, like ethical judgments, problem solving. But meanwhile, AI is a machine that we trained by us only. Then this is like a data analysis, pattern recognition, automation, efficiency, and predictive modeling. So the job displacement and the workforce deployment is really need to be take care. It's create a new opportunity, yes, but the workforce deployment program are essential to prepare employees for involving the job marketing, like upskill and reskilling. We need to train a program to keep with the employees with the skills need to be take care with the AI powered workspace. New role, creating a new role jobs, unique capability for both human and AI. Ethical consideration is one of the main agenda, addressing the potential ethical concern related to the job displacement and the workforce transactions. So algorithmic governance and the regulation is required into a society. It's essential to establish the robust governance framework to ensure the responsible development and the use. So the ethical guidelines is clear, should be clear. deployed in the AI system, the regulation and oversight need to be take care. The implementation's oversight mechanism need to ensure the compliances with the ethical principles. Transparency and accountability is one of the main agenda. So this need to be take care about the promote the transparencies, the fairness, and the clear about the outcomes. So AI for the good social good. We already know that it's improving the healthcare, like assisting the diagnosis, treatment, the plan, drugs discovery. For the environment sustainability, AI is optimize the resource management, help in climate changes, weather forecasting, and all the things. Education is like academia, your learning experience, and improving the accessibility to more to the education these days. So if I talk about the future trends in the ethical AI that it's rapidly change. If we talk about human-centric AI, that means it's talk about the human value and the well-being also. So trustworthy on AI need to be trust and more focus on the core principles of the AI. So building an ethical AI for the future, I believe, is a technical challenge, but meanwhile, it's a shared responsibility also. So I believe by working together, we can shape the future where AI benefits of all the humanity. Building an ethical AI future required ongoing collaborations, commitments, but with all the things with a responsibility. All right. Thank you so much for listening. Any queries?
Thank you for your presentation, Dr. Jeet. So, afterward, let's foster an interactive atmosphere by opening the floor for engaging Q&A session. I remember it again. If you have any question for our participant, please add them to the chat or you can raise your hand. So we have two questions. For first, we have question from Isa and Alsori. This question is for Mr. Jogatama. Mr. Jogatama, when we talk about AI technique, what do you think are the biggest challenges that cross-sector collaboration face, and how can organization ensure that all voices are heard and in this collaboration, especially from underrepresented group? For Mr. Jogatama.
Okay, I will answer this question. Okay. In the cross-sector collaboration, the big challenge in that cross-sector collaboration phase include diverse priorities and objectives. Yes, and business may prioritize profit and innovation. Government focus in regulation and public safety. Academia emphasizes research integrity and social impact. This can create tension and hinder effective collaboration. Another, inclusivity ensure the underrepresented voice are included in discussion is often significant challenge. Without diverse perspective, ethical consideration may overlook critical social impact. And that organization may have different level of resource expertise and access technology, which can affect their ability to contribute equally to the collaboration. Also, communication barriers. Varying terminologies and perspective across sector can lead to misunderstanding and misaligned expectation, making it difficult to reach consensus on ethical standard. So, organization can ensure that voice are heard and cross-sector collaboration by implementing several strategies. For example, facilitated discussion. We can use train facilitator to get discussion and ensure that all participants have the opportunity to speak and share their view, helping to create safe and respectful environment. Another empowerment and capability building. Provide resource and training for underrepresented groups to enhance their ability to participate meaningful in discussion about EI ethics. Also, we can make transparent communication channel, establish clear and accessible communication method that allow for feedback and contribution for all stakeholders, including those who may not have traditional platform to voice their opinions. Important feedback loops, implement mechanism for ongoing feedback, allowing stakeholders to continuously share their insight and concern through the collaboration processes. By prioritize this strategy, the organization can create more equitable and inclusive environment, ensure that diverse voice contributed to shaping ethical EI practice. That's maybe I can answer this question. Okay, Kiran.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Mr. Jogatama, for answering answering question. So let's move to another question. This is from Unika Safri 3 for Dr. Rubaijit. As there a specific industry where AI bias tend to have a more significant impact, and how can this industry safeguard against it? And do you think will ever reach a point where AI is completely free of bias, or is it something we all always have to manage?
Thank you so much for the question. So I believe, yes, AI bias trend have to be more significant and impact in the specific industry decisions. Like I will give you an example, like healthcare sector, right? So impact in the healthcare sector, like your diagnosis, you're dealing with a treatment recommendation with the like using if you're using the predictive model in the AI in the healthcare sector. So AI can lead to incorrect diagnosis also and inaccurate also. So at that time, the safeguard you can use is just to have a good, perfect data set of the patient with the demographic backgrounds. They have the audit. You can take the another example also, like in a finance, AI, if a system is used to take in some loan, some credit, some fraud detections are there. So a fair algorithm tool need to be there to detect that migration bias. Decision system should be there. So these are the safeguard. Like if have some criminal justice, you need to go ahead. Like if AI used to predict policing, risk assessment for the bail or anything like that, you can go for the safeguard of good AI design model for the specific communities to deal with the fairness and avoid the other policing things. So I believe that bias in the data is like learning from the historical data, human inheriting the carrying the bias. So these are some norms which need to be taken care while managing the human AI collaboration is really required. The AI should complement the, so just complete the basically human decision making. So human is inputting every decision, good decision, a perfect algorithm in AI. So maintaining the human insight also. So just this is a continuous learning and auditing process which need to be take care, which need to be more advanced and reduce the negative impact in the critical industry or for business. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Dr. Jubaijit. So I think that's the last question that we have. Toward the end, we will mark this occasion by snapping a group photo for the documentation. So for all participants, please open your camera. I will take a picture of the count of 3. So please open your camera. All right, 1, 2, 3. Another 1, 2, 3. All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mrs. Rubal.
Finally, we come to the end of the webinar today. We will like to thank all the speaker for this excellent information and for sharing your knowledge. We hope this information will be beneficial for all participants. Thank you for participating in this event. Ultimate the last session. I hope we have more collaboration in the future with all of you. At last, we hope to see you soon. Thank you. Have a nice day, everyone. Thank you, Dr. Baijit. Thank you, Mr. Jogatama.
Thank you. Thank you, Mal. Thank you.
Thank you.